Top 5 School Life Manhwa Series with Extremely Attractive Content. This article summarizes the extremely interesting, dramatic and sweet School Life Manhwa series. Let's get started now. 1. The Brilliant Youth Season 1. Brilliant Youth is a very sweet series that will bring you a beautiful youth with gentle love stories. An impressive series with pure, romantic school love will surely make you fall in love. Let's find out what this extremely cute story has. Other name, Season of Blossom. Status, ongoing. Genre, school, manga, romance, color story, slice of life. Content. In Season 1, the two main characters are Yoon Bomi and Jin Young. Yoon Bomi is a beautiful, tall, friendly girl with excellent academic records, so she is loved by many male students in the school. As for Jin Young, he is a guy with a fairly short height and has a brute personality, especially loves games. Two people who seem to be opposites but happen to attract each other, from a fake dating story that gradually turned into reality. So how did things turn out like this? It was when Yoon Bomi and the girls in class were chatting. Yoon Bomi accidentally said she liked Jin Young, but it was just a lie, so she could get out of the conversation about the girls' love. However, Yoon Bomi didn't expect that because of that joke she got into a lot of trouble. The lie had begun to become the truth. How will Bomi deal with this? Let's watch it in Season of Blossom. The series content does not have too many dramatic details, but only sweet youth moments just like the name of the story. This cute, warm love story of high school students will make your fragile girl's heart melt because of its sweetness. You won't regret reading this series for sure. 2. Surviving Romance. Title, Surviving Romance, Survive Romance. Author, Lee Yeon. Status, End Season 1. Genre, horror, school, life, drama, action, fairy tales, friendship. Surviving Romance is an excellent manhwa webtoon series, about the school friendship genre with extremely satisfying action scenes, horror story situations, and excellent plot twists. The story has a lot of horror elements but is extremely unique, far from the usual horror series. If you are a fan of Conan and often see black figures, or in other words the culprits when they have not appeared, then in this series, there will be black shadows everywhere. However, to increase the horror of the series, the dark shadows were improved with many bizarre shapes that may make you haunting. Therefore, if you are afraid of those dark shadows, you should consider carefully before reading. Contents, spoilers warning. Kim Huisu is a 28-year-old girl who is struggling with her life, and has always wanted to hide from reality. One day, she entered a romance novel that she loved very much and became the female lead, Karen Eun, who is extremely pretty with sweet pink hair and a charming smile that is loved by everyone, and will have a very beautiful ending with her lover, the male lead Jiha. In her imagination, the two would have a wonderful, fairy tale ending despite knowing that it would be difficult. However, when entering this novel, a strange thing happened. When she first started to enter, she could only see one face in this world, Jiha, her love, and for the other supporting characters around, she could only see black figures faceless. However, Karen did not care, but only paid attention to the love relationship with the male lead, and ignored everything around to have a happy ending like the novel. However, she did not expect her arrival in this world to change its order, causing everything to gradually spiral out of control. That day, she still went to school and did as the novel said. She would go to the place where the male lead Jiha texted to receive a confession, but something unexpected happened. The male lead suddenly turned into a zombie, and the world suddenly fell into the apocalypse, turning the beautiful youth school life series into a scary horror series. Thinking she was dead after being ripped apart by the zombies, but when Karen opened her eyes, she was back at 7:30 a.m. at the first day the novel began. Every time she dies, she will revive at the starting point and the loop goes on and on. Her real nightmare then began. Karen died and was revived many times. She considered saving Jiha the only way to get out of this deadly cycle, but she couldn't. Nearly 400 deaths, Karen gained a lot of experience, but also almost despaired of having failed many times. No matter what she did, even if she did exactly as the novel had written, the end would be the same. The times she was killed, torn apart, hit by a car had made her bored and desperate. She had never wanted to die like now, but ironically, she couldn't. When she was about to give it all up, a mysterious figure who was her classmate, an unidentified supporting character, saved her. Karen was touched and felt like she was brought back to life. However, that joy quickly turned to despair. Because when that kind friend was about to reveal his true identity, He was killed right in front of her. Karen was so shocked that she committed suicide to be able to come back again. And this time, her real purpose was to save the class and meet again to say thank you to her benefactor. After all these despair and endless loops, what should Karen do? She really wants to save the whole class, and wants to see her benefactor again, who also saves her dark life. This time she will be determined, will do her best to protect everyone, to overcome everything to have the happy ending she always wanted. 3. New Year's Taste. Author, Na-young. Illustrated by Sungwoo. Unlike the familiar and boring motifs in manhwa, New Year's Taste is a sweet, gentle but extremely attractive youth series. The series with a modern context and realistic plot that the girls in love are experiencing has created an impressive attraction for readers. Content. The plot is Inju, the heroine, a girl with normal beauty, normal family, normal education and nothing outstanding except she has a very talented and handsome boyfriend who always cares and loves her. However, after a meal, Gurum, that boyfriend suddenly broke up with Inju. Originally, she had always received the love and care of her boyfriend as well as living expenses and everything, so when faced with life without Gurum, the heroine struggled and always seemed bored. After a close friend's advice, she decided to join a group of volunteers to earn extra income, and met a handsome guy a few years younger than her. Because she wanted to make her ex-lover jealous, she dated Seo Yoon, the male lead. However, her ex-lover not only wasn't jealous, but called her out to the cafe to scold her. And thanks to that breakup, Inju gradually realized many things. From a conceited person who always thinks of herself as the best, it's obvious that her ex must return to her, and she has to depend on this person if she wants to survive. Our heroine had gradually learned to let go of that love, live more independently, focus on work more, and she also had realized she was wrong and was ashamed of herself. People gradually became more and more sympathetic towards her. When seeing the heroine becoming a better person, the supporting male, ex-boyfriend wanted to become her lover back. The story also begins here. After many difficulties, our sweet couple still comes together and has a very sweet love story. 4. Pure Love Operation. Genre, school life, romance, comedy, manhwa. This series will definitely be many people's favorite, because the love story is so cute and gentle. Let's discover the plot. Content. I'm Shim Sue, a normal girl like other girls, and I have a super cool boyfriend named Kang Min-woo. One day, I accidentally caught my boyfriend and my best friend kissing in class. Ironically, at that time, next to me was Go Eun-hyuk, my boyfriend's obnoxious best friend. While panicking, I suddenly saw each person's love index appear. Sadly, my index was 0. However, fortunately from that day on, he and I suddenly became surprisingly close. How will the love story of an unlucky girl like me happen? Go Eun-hyuk is close to me for what purpose, or does he simply find me pitiful? Anyway, to get revenge on my bad boyfriend and fake best friend, I definitely have to cooperate with him. Will the campaign of Shim Sue and Go Eun-hyuk be successful? 5. Dreaming Freedom. Other names: Freedom in Dreams, Free in Dreams. Author, illustrator, 2L. Genre, modern, drama, school life, tragedy, psychological, webtoon, manhwa. Status, ongoing. The school violence problems are happening more often and more vibrantly than ever. Therefore, as soon as the Dreaming Freedom story was released, it received a great response from readers around the world, because the drawings were so good and the plot was extremely top-notch. The story has a lot of violence elements, school bullying, confusing psychology, making the reader feel haunted. Please consider before reading. Content. The series is about a girl, Choi Young-min, a girl with a poor family background. She lived with her parents, but her cruel father always abused her and her mother. When Choi Young-min was in high school, she was isolated in high school because of her bad relationship with Ha Ju-yeon, her old best friend in elementary school. They used to have a very good relationship, but because of Ha Ju-yeon's weird personality, they broke up later. Her only consolation is lucid dream, a place where she can express her inhibitions, and respond to Ha Ju-yeon's harassing actions. And then one day, a mysterious man entered her dream, and said that he would help her get revenge on all those who bullied her. Lucid dream, LD, is a clear dream that you can control by yourself. The interesting thing about lucid dream is that you can remember 100% of everything after waking up, because when you spend lucid dream, Your brain is activated but your body is still sleeping. You will experience a surreal world with all the sensations, all the miracles that you can't, or haven't done in the real world because those things start from your wishes or your imagination. You can fly, race cars, fight or meet someone you like in your dreams, because you are the lord of that dream world so you can do anything. Conclusion. Those are the 5 best school life series according to my personal feelings, the detailed content I have left above, and I hope you will find your favorite series through this article. Finally, please continue to support us.